Hello, Big Global family. How are we doing this week? You know what? This week have been wonderful for me and my family. You know why? Because none of my family recorded any COVID-19 infection. So we are safe. We try to stay indoor, try to, follow all the precautionary measures, given to her by the government. And we are okay. I hope you guys out there too, Big Global family, you guys are following the same thing. You're staying indoor, no gatherings. Please follow the rules, follow the regulations and rules that the government of wherever you are locked down right now. Follow the rules of that land so that all will be well with you. Please. It's not about I need to go out there, do things, do that. Please, this is not the time. No offices are open. No businesses are open. So the only thing we should go out there to get is food and stay indoor. This is the right time to actually go into other things you can do, other activities, maybe go online and learn new things. So that when you come out of this COVID-19, you'll be more knowledgeable. You will know more, things you don't even know before. You will know them and you're gonna have a better life. So today is going to be a little bit of storytelling thing, storytelling gisting thing. So there has been news going around about how China are actually treating Africans in China. Hi. Chinese people decided to be racist this time of COVID-19. Please, who's supposed to be racist? Is it not Africans that are supposed to be racist? Because the whole COVID-19 started from China. We're supposed to even be the ones saying, don't come close to me, excuse me, this thing started from you. We see Chinese, we start running. But Africans are more understanding. Africans are more welcoming. But Chinese people decided that those people that are so welcoming, those people that are so warm, those people that are so understanding are those ones they need to be racist to this time of COVID-19. So there have been videos going around about how China actually sending Africans out of their houses in China, out of their apartments in China. Like landlady will just come one day and tell you, what, you have to pack out of my house today. How, if that is happening to them all over, like in other countries, how would they feel? Like in someone else's place, you don't have a brother or sister to quickly pack your things and move in with. You're just there by yourself, and one landlady without notice will tell you, just pack out of my house. I don't know where you go to, just move out. And nobody is doing anything about it. No, you can't complain to anybody. What they will say, landlady owns the house, so that's a decision. So I should just go as a foreigner, as an African, you should go on the street and go and sleep? That's another thing. They will go to their houses with policemen, like their head officers will go with policemen to African houses, knock on their doors, forcefully get their passports from them and insist they should go to hospital for quarantine. They've quarantined everybody in China for how many days? Even, people in Wuhan, they've quarantined them for months. But this time around, they are targeting Africans. Targeting Africans. This didn't happen from us, so this COVID-19 thing didn't happen. It started from them. We Africans should even be running away from their country right now because the whole trouble the whole world is facing right now started from them. But instead, they turned the whole blaming game on Africans. Remember when Ebola started from us? Hey, it was hell for West African countries because everybody was just on them. Every eye was on them because of Ebola. But now this COVID-19 thing is coming from China, but Chinese people decided Africans are the ones to be targeted again. So they will go into their apartment, rubbish them, force them, get their passports, and insist they should come to hospital for blood drawing. They need to draw their blood. But I realized that as a doctor, I know for sure that testing of this COVID-19 has nothing to do with the blood. You just have to get a sample from your nostril and then deep into your throat, your mouth and nose. The specimen should come from there. Why from the blood? Why are they drawing African people's blood? And you know what? Out of all these things they're doing, they didn't even inform the African ambassadors there. They didn't inform, the African countries' presidents that, okay, this is what we're going to do with your citizen. Okay, get your citizen out of this place. If not, we're going to do this, do that, do this. And they didn't quarantine any other person, any other citizens from any other place but Africans. So please, Africans, wake up. Our government has actually stated it and sent out information. If you notice any behaviors that are not being done to other citizens, even their own citizens, during this time of COVID-19, and they are doing it to you as an African, video it and send it to your government. Let your government have evidence to shut this stupidity down. Because their government know about it. That's why they send their police. That's why they send their health officers to come and attack Africans in their house. So if it's going to be government to government stuff, let it be. Unless China should wake up and think right now that everyone is going to go against them. They should be more welcoming. They should be, more friendly instead of them finding more enemies to their enemies. So that is just by the way. And then there's another video going on about South African policeman asking some Chinese people about their documents in South Africa. They were in the car, and the policeman stopped them. The South African policeman stopped them and asked them, okay, who owns the particular of this car? And can I see your documents? And it became, yeah, we don't know, we don't have our passport. Then the policeman said, okay, we will take you to a station and you call your friends, call anyone that is in your apartment, or we will take you to the apartment where your passport is, so that we can retrieve your passport and see if you're legal in South Africa. They're like, no, we have our ID card. And when the policeman saw the ID card, it was South African ID card, and the man asked, how did you get South African ID card? If you're on tourist or something, why do you get the ID card of my country, of South Africa? And the man was just like, Chinese person made it for them. I'm like, what? Really? So it has been happening because Africans, we are so welcoming to the extent of foreigners will just come into the country and start forging documents to stay, and we don't check. And some of them will even start harassing the citizen just because they are foreigners, and we are so welcoming to foreigners, we just let it slide. So please, I hope other African countries will be doing this now, checking the documents of the foreigners in your country, because it's obvious now, not all of them take their time out to have legal documents in your country. Please, let's start doing that, because in their home country, even with correct documents, even with the legality for you to stay in their country, they still molest you. They still treat you bad as an African. So we should cherish our own land. For you coming to stay, you must stay legally. And if we feel like you are a threat to the citizen, you will be deported. So another story that I want to talk about today, it's about myself and my husband's story in the Philippines. So recently, about this lockdown, my husband decided to go to the nearby place, like a Western Union, but it's a local one called Cebuana. So to get some cash. So it's actually in our place right now, in our subdivision, you have a check post. When you are going out, nobody is going to check you. You're just going to go by, and then when you're coming back, you have to go all around and come to the entrance of the gate, and that's when you're going to be checked before coming in, and you have to have your quarantine pass. So just beside the post, my husband went to get the money to Cebuana to get the money. So while coming by, he has to go all around to come to the post, entrance of the post, and they stopped him. They asked for his quarantine pass. He actually showed them, and then he asked for his ID. He showed them his ID, and they insisted. One of them insisted that he should show them his driver's license. So that moment, my husband realized that his wallet wasn't in the car, because one of our family friends actually used my husband's car a day before. So he gave my husband his wallet, so took the car out. So when my husband went to get the car, he didn't put back his wallet in the car. So he realized his wallet wasn't in the car. So he called me. I was in the house. He called me to bring his wallet to the subdivision entrance. So I went to the entrance and I tendered the driver's license. But before getting there, the whole thing has escalated already, because they tried to open the door forcefully, open my husband's car forcefully, and bring him out for arrest. And then you don't have a driver's license, and he was explaining to them. Nobody wants to listen. You know what? I will tell you, as a foreigner, you may try to explain what your situation is, but the moment people that are supposed to listen to you are not just listening, you know how frustrating it's going to be for you as a foreigner. Like, you're telling them this is what is going on. I know my driver's license wasn't in the car, and I know I'm going to get a ticket, but please, can you hear me out? My wife will bring the driver's license with my wallet that I forgot in the house, and please, can you take patience with me, be relaxed with me. They will bring the no, they were just like, the moment you don't have your driver's license, you are going to police station, you are doing this even though you are talking back to us. So they just escalated the whole thing. And as a foreigner, I've been in Philippines for a very long time, many years. It's very difficult for Filipinos to listen to foreigners, because they just feel like no matter what you want to say, you are a criminal, or you just done this. And if a Filipino or Filipino should do the same thing, they will find a way to ask for the reason this happened to that person, the reason this person did this. But as a foreigner, it was just like, no, game on, arrest, detain, you know. So I got there, who to see the ID? I was looking for the person that was I supposed to show the driver's license to. All of them were just ignoring. They were just like, no, things have escalated, it's going to police station, nothing can be done about it. I was just like, can you please at least write the ticket? We know that he doesn't have the driver's license when you stopped him, but the driver's license is here already, and there's a reason for it. So for as his punishment that he didn't have the driver's license when he got to your post, they write him a ticket. They're like, yeah, he's going to get the ticket, but secondly, he's going to jail, he's going to police station, he's going to. So I was just trying to deflate the whole situation. They said, oh, I'm defending my husband. They said, oh, both of you are going to police station because you guys are disobeying the policeman. I was just like, whoa, wait, this is how you do your thing? Like, I just came and I was trying to deflate the whole thing just because I said the problem. I tried to explain what happened. So now we are the same. Join everybody to police station. So when I was trying to explain, and one of them was actually listening to me, they said that one should stop talking to me, and then they decided we should go to police station. We went, and then they wrote what they call it, case against us that, oh, we are disobedient to police officer, that he doesn't have driving license when he got there, and he was trying to explain that they are not ready to listen to his explanation and stuff and stuff like that. So we actually tried to solve the problem. And we explained to the investigator. When we got to the police station, we went to the city hall and we explained that this is this. So normally The investigator said normally it's not supposed to escalate to this. It's just misunderstanding for that moment. Just because we are foreigners and we're trying to talk back or explain back to them what really happened, and they are not ready to listen, so the whole thing just escalated to something else. So please, for me, what I regretted that day doing is that me even trying to explain myself. I just supposed to get there, give them the hiding, and wait for whatever they're going to do, because I thought they are human beings like me. They're supposed to understand what was going on, but it was just, you know what, we're not ready to listen to you as a foreigner. So I will try to advise. I'm really going to advise we foreigners in foreign land, we Africans, most especially black person in foreign land, mostly in Asia, Asia countries. I don't know what they have against Africans, but it's obvious the hatred is there. It's obvious the racism is there. When someone is insecure about his or herself and finds someone else to put all the anger on, it will be extreme. The anger will be put on that person extremely. So as much as possible, please, if you're in Asia, if you're in foreign land as an African, please try to follow the rules and regulations of that country. Right now, they said we should be wearing face masks all the time in the Philippines, in Manila. Please wear your face mask the moment you're stepping outside your house. It's for your protection. Don't try to do big guy. I won't do it. I won't wear it. Please, it's for your protection. Wear it, and then it will save you a lot of stress. Because that day, if I should get there and decided I don't have time to talk to these people, and whatever they're going to do, this is the license, whatever I do, it will save me more time. Because save me more, as in save my energy, instead of me trying to explain and it's just them not listening, and then just whatever they wanted to do, they've decided it. Even the moment they got that my husband doesn't have his license with him, they decided on what to do. Oh, this foreigner, right? Let's deal with him. So they decided everything you're just saying is just making the whole thing worse. So the second thing is that now they said only 2 people should be in car at once. So those 2 people, one driving will be in the front, the second person in the car should be at the back. Please try to abide by that, so that they won't have any excuse to put more trouble. Because there's something I realized in the Philippines. You will have a mistake as a foreigner, they will escalate it, they will add more trouble, even lie just to get you in more trouble. And when you get to people that supposed to listen to you, maybe lawyer, maybe the investigators, they won't listen to you because just because you are a foreigner. They will believe their own people, even if they know that person that is actually relating the story is lying. So just for you to save yourself of the stress, please abide by the rules. And when you abide by the rules, know your right. When someone is trying to stamp on you just because you're a foreigner and you're abiding by the rules, please stand your ground and have an evidence. Because this is another thing I didn't do that day. I didn't video. I wasn't with my phone, because the moment my husband called, I just picked the wallet and I went with only the wallet. But you know what, that's what I regretted that day. I didn't bring my phone with me, because immediately I got there and I was talking to them, I should have recorded every of our conversations so that I will have evidence, against them, that this is what really happened. But I didn't have any evidence that day. So as much as possible, go around with your phone and have internet so that you can go live, even if you have to go live to save yourself, to have evidence. Record something, and please don't be rude. Try to state your reasons clearly, but in a polite way, and record, have an evidence for yourself. So that even if they start lying and trying going up and down and saying things that you didn't do, it's like, okay, this is what I recorded, this is my evidence. So another thing is that please, the social distancing, try to abide by it. Mostly in the Philippines, 2 to 3 meters is what they are announcing here in the Philippines. Please try to abide by it. And people start social distancing. Actually, for me, I call it physical distancing, because social distancing, we can still talk on social media and stuff, but physically we have to stay apart. And please, no social gathering anyway. If you have a birthday party, you can do the Zoom birthday party. Everybody will, welcome you. Everybody will celebrate you on Zoom. Call your friends, send them Zoom link, invite them to Zoom and have your birthday crazy one on Zoom. So as far as I know, based on my experience, based on experience of people in China, based on what is going on with foreigners in Africa not having documents, please, we Africans should wake up and start fetching for ourselves, respect ourselves. Because I've come in contact with some Africans and say, oh, Africans, my brothers and sisters that are Africans, they are not behaving well, so that's why I don't associate with them, that's why I don't talk with them. You know what? You're not associating with people that you know. Is it people that you don't know that you want to associate with? If anything should happen to you, even if it's not true that you do something, they will run away from you. They will even put you in more trouble. Is that the kind of person you want to associate with? Not every Africans are bad. If you say every Africans are bad, then you yourself, you are bad. If you say every Africans are criminals, then you yourself, you're a criminal. So let's start, listening to each other's story and learn from it, and abide by the rules of any country we actually find ourselves. We are out here to make a living, not to start make a living and giving it back to the country. You are paying for your visa, you're paying for your stay, and anything you're earning from that country, you're giving it back to their police, giving it back to their criminal justice department, just because you don't want to behave, you don't want to abide by the rules of the country. Please, you shouldn't be putting water in a basket. Let's behave, but if you're in a situation that you're on your right, please stand by it and be polite about it. Just let them be shouting and listening. Record your own evidence and wait for them to go in front of lawyer. Nobody is going to see evidence and say, oh, this is not evidence. And before you give them, even if you get to in front of lawyer, you get to court and they ask for your evidence, please copy it somewhere or send to your friends, send to your Facebook, let people see it first. Because if they should get your phone, they may delete it and later they will ask you, where is the evidence? Then you look at your phone, evidence is no more there yet, and that is it for you. So please be smart about it. Be smart. So thank you so much, Big Global family. This is what I want to pass across to you. Even we, as myself, I'm a doctor, my husband is a doctor, even as high profile or as highly educated we are, as being a foreigner, they don't want to know the difference. If you're living right, if you don't have any skeleton in your cupboard, they still want to see you. Just because you're black, they just want to put everyone in this one box that, oh, they're scammers, they are this, they are that. And unless you prove yourself that you're not that, they will still see you that way. So please, as much as possible, when you come in contact with situations like this, represent well. Represent yourself, your family, your country, and Africa as a whole. Represent us well. Okay? So thank you so much, Big Global family. Please go to our YouTube channel on Big Global INC, and our Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Big Global INC. Please to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We love you. And if there's any other information you want us to know about you, or activities you're actually doing during this lockdown, please put it down there so that we too will try. Recently I started doing a lot of sewing, and then learning how to do many things online, and then playing Monopoly. So please let us know what you're doing recently to keep yourself alive, and then energize yourself, make yourself happy during this COVID-19 lockdown. We love you, we cherish you so much, and see you next time.